Don't say a word. I've heard before, I'm getting my nerve.
Hey guys, what's going on? First off, I'd like to say Merry Christmas, and to those who celebrate, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa. This is my gift to you guys. Right now, I'm up early in the morning. I can't go back to sleep. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. So what I'm going to do is do a fight against Wood Timekeeper Benji. I'm going to show you all how I break it down and get through this. He's a unit that you sap and beat down, but you do need some offensive units to fight the minions of this dungeon first. So first off, I got Fire Lenore. You don't really see me use him too often. He's really good though. He has Leech Gem set, so that way he can just keep himself alive and do maximum damage as much as he can possible. Next up, we got one of my sap units, Queen Persephone. She has double sap on her. Love her setup, but I gotta get her with trinkets and crystals. I don't use her that often, mainly except for these dungeons where you gotta burn down the units. This time we're going with, he's my only other sap unit that can kind of survive this. He is through King Arthur. I have him in here, and I have him with Bastion gem setup with crit rate to it. I would like to get more of these gems with sub crits and put another HP here, but it's all I got to work with for now. So, and last but not least, to keep my team alive against this dungeon is my newly evolved. Y'all seen me with the Pandora before, but this time we was able to super evolve her. My biggest mistake is super evolving her right now, when right before they came out with the Super Evolution Festival. Right now I think the unit they have for that is St. John, which I do have a light one that needs to be super evolved, which I'm not gonna be able to do in time before this festival is over. I'm going to do a video on that a little bit later on how not to be like me. Make sure you pay attention. Again, like I said in previous videos, to upcoming events. I didn't see that, and I wasn't able to reap the benefits of that. So I super evolved early, and shouldn't have. I should have waited. So I'm gonna do a video on that later in the future. But this is my setup for my Goddess Pandora. She has been coming in clutch a lot more of my dungeons more recently late. But alright guys, let's get into this. Well, first, let me see what he does. Oh yeah, seal and petrification. Okay, I'm not worried about that. I just want to run through them. Alright guys, let's get it. Wish me luck.
Bystander syndrome here is real. Literally nobody cared you were just assaulted.
You want help getting your ship back, or you want to explain to Peppy why you lost $10,000 worth of equipment to a bird that role plays at Santa Claus?
Ah, fuck.
What?
Snow bites hard at my feathers and feet, but the sky feels lighter when I move my beat. Every step crunches promise and cheer. I keep going because someone's near. Laugh at the sound, I never look down. Ask why I fly through every town. Seen a smile appear, you learn from why you. I carry winter on my back through blizzards, silence, winding tracks. I don't wait for things, I just deliver what's needed next. If joy is heavy, that's just fine. I always meant to carry it every time. Some nights the cold slips the snow feels louder still. So I'm by stubborn will because footsteps before dawn. If my wings ache and my breath turns thin, I remind myself why I began. Not for glory, not for song, but because someone was waiting long. So them footprints vanish by the day. You know I'm already on my route with winter hope. I carry winter on my back, and I'm not putting it down.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is a post-battle debrief for first and timekeeper Wood Benji. I'd like to apologize for taking the time to upload this a couple days later than I initially intended to. I got enamored with the Christmas holiday, and y'all know how that go. And shout out to y'all, to those who celebrate as well, whether it be Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate around this time of year around the world. I hope you guys had a blessed holiday or still having a blessed holiday. I know I did. I enjoyed myself, got to see my folks. Got to have some good time, got some drinks in. Anyway, getting into the video now. I fought Wood Timekeeper Benji using sap units mainly. They're the main damagers to wind up beating it. I don't know if you could puncture through it with like a Draconis or whatnot. I didn't do that. I don't think you can either. It just doesn't do as much damage. It's not as effective. But I wound up using sap units. And the sap units I use are actually both right here. You got Arthur and you got Persephone, which I have Queen Persephone Fire already. She has two different types of saps that inflict damage for a turn. If you're using the normal skill or if you use the active skill, she has the same thing except it lasts for 2 turns. And one has a little bit more accuracy of doing affliction than the other. So both are good. If you need to, you may need to take someone who reduces resistance as well. I think the skill is discernment. I think it's a fire Hannah that does that one if she's, you want to take her with this. But I use basically sap. That's basically all I did. And I also use Arthur because Arthur is a good aggression unit. He can do damage, high amounts of damage, and still keeps his tankiness and be alive. So I took him with me, not to mention on his active skill, he applies a better one than Queen Persephone does. He applies 3 different types of saps that works for 2 turns. And as it says here, they have resistances as well when you apply sap to a unit. So when you stack them up on top of each other, it's kind of nice if they could do a significant amount of damage when you have a lot of them on a particular unit. It's always good for the boss dungeons. The other unit that I use for the dungeon, I mean, it's all I had at the time, as hold on a second, let me see if I can find them. I use Leo, and that's only just because I have Super Evolved, but I use Wood Leo because he does high amounts of damage to the other units in the dungeon. That's going to be scraping with your team, whether you're versing a Sparkion or you're up against the Radioth that's really tanky. He does a high amount of crit damage to them. He's just not as effective when you're going up against Timekeeper Wood Benji, but he's meant for the rest of the units in that dungeon. So you want to take 2 sappers with you that I recommend. And you want to take 1 offender with you that can keep itself alive, which in my case, mine has leech gems on it. If you don't have leech gems on yours, that's fine as well. You can take an aggression fire type like Fire St. John. She's good. And last but not least, what I used is for my healer, keep my team alive, is if I can find it. There we go. I took a Pandora with me, which mine is Gifted the Goddess. She's the 4th stage, but 3rd stage will work just as well. She puts a nice shield around your team for 3 turns, and she's good for the morale boost to boost your unit's SP bar when she's attacking by 10%. And what you're going to need, because when you're up against these dungeon monsters, they're not going to give you as many blue orbs as you may need, especially with Wood Timekeeper Benji. They're not going to give you as much. If you're just trying to go at it with straight tank and damage, it's not going to work. You're going to lose eventually. it's more likely you're going to lose eventually. I can't say that for sure because people do things bit different than I do. So my best method I suggest overall through this is sap it to death. You could also apply curse as well, but anytime I use curse, it doesn't do as much damage to boss monsters. But y'all tell me how it works for y'all. Or if you could puncture it, if that works, you could do that as well. I mean, I don't think it's going to work, but if y'all do that and it works out, please let me know in the comments how that works out for you. But sap it, beat down the other units with an aggression type. I mean, you can't go into, you can go entirely sap if you want. It's just going to take astronomically a lot longer, I think, if you just try to sap the whole dungeon out, unless your units are also attackers with sap on them, which aren't that many. It's usually tanks that have sap on them or curse. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Once again, I hope you enjoyed your holiday. If you find an alternative to the methods I suggest in anything that I do, please let me know. I mean, I'm just coming back into the game, and you guys have a blessed one. Thank you once again for watching. Take care. Peace.